Negativity doesn't knock, it seeps in. Through a sigh, a side comment, a judgment dressed as a joke, a bitterness we justify by calling it realism. It's subtle, familiar, culturally reinforced, and most of the time it feels normal because it's everywhere. But just because it feels normal doesn't mean it's natural. Negativity is a low-grade fever in the spirit, and the longer it lingers, the more it distorts how we see others and ourselves. Negativity isn't born from other people's behavior. It's born from our internal fear. Fear that we're being disrespected. Fear that we're unloved. Fear that life is slipping beyond our control. From that place, negativity becomes a reflex. We judge, we complain, we critique, not because we're evil, but because we're threatened. Instead of facing what's actually hurting, we point outward. We blame, we gossip, we pick others apart, hoping it'll quiet the noise inside. We don't always see it happening, but negativity becomes a daily ritual. We wake up, scroll, compare, sit down, vent, unload, watch someone else's shine, and silently disapprove. And yet we wonder why joy feels so distant, why peace feels fragile, why our relationships feel shallow. Negativity doesn't just change our mood, it reshapes our memory and our biology and our capacity to be present. When we judge, we stop seeing. We don't know someone's story, only their surface. We don't know their pain, only their problem. And often what bothers us in others is just an echo of something unresolved in ourselves. Projection is easier than responsibility, but it also is what keeps us stuck. So pause before speaking, before labeling, before assuming. Be curious instead. Be generous. Be human. Notice the moment negativity rises. Feel the impulse to judge and replace it with something kinder. This isn't about pretending everything's fine. It's about choosing how we hold what's real. We can speak truth without weaponizing it. We can feel pain without spreading it. We can call in accountability without tearing people down. Negativity shrinks us. Gratitude expands us. Judgment closes the door. Compassion opens it. You don't need to be perfect, and no one else does either. So stop trying to measure people by their worst moment or your most fragile emotion. There's not the glass half empty take that you need to have. You're the lake. Open up and expand and live wide.